Whether you want to start your own Amazon KDP business in 2025 and scale it up to making your first $10,000 in profit, or you already own one but you're kind of struggling, not really working, not making the six figure that you want. In this video, I'm gonna break down exactly the step-by-step strategy and process that I used to scale my business from barely making $100 per month a couple years ago to now generating multiple six figures every single year. So I made more than $340,000 in royalties in 2024, and also the year before, still more than 300,000 and six figure also in 2022. So I know what I'm talking about, and I'm gonna explain you exactly step by step how I've achieved this result from feeling stuck, like to barely making any profit, to now living out of debt, living my dream life, having freedom, time freedom, location freedom, etc., etc. And really not working that much, not even nearly as much as I was working before. So if that is your goal and you want to scale your business now, then please pay your full attention to this video, this full course. And if you know my style, guys, it's gonna be like very, very practical and information dense. So don't be distracted by anything. Set this video in full screen mode, turn off your phone and grab a pen and paper so you can just write down things and everything that grabs your attention or that you think you could apply to your own business to make it more successful during this year. And yeah, guys, let's not waste any more time. This is already gonna be a very long video, and get started with the actual course. So first thing first, know your teacher, who I am, why am I qualified to teach you how to, get rich with publishing your own books on Amazon KDP. Well, I published more than 150 books during the last 5 years and made more than $300,000 of royalties in 2024 and also in 2023, actually, like more than 300,000 also that year. And reached my record last month, December 2024, with $68,000 and $630.97 of royalties. I have this is my dashboard as a proof, so like you don't have to believe me on the word with refreshment and everything. Okay, 1 to 31st, 68,000. Okay, it was refreshed. As you can see, you can also see my net bill because like there is some glitch that show like the profit during the refreshment. 53, so with only like less than 15 grand of ad spent. And yeah, guys, this is my results of last month. Obviously, there are many more. You can search through my channel and you will see like many more months of results, dashboards, days, etc. And in addition to like making all this money for myself, I help thousands of people on YouTube to do the same with free content. I've created a big Skool community on skool.com/KDP with more than 700 members, everybody like, getting started with their business, being successful. And I've also helped many people one-on-one to create and scale their own business to $2,000 or more within 6 months. Most of them were more than 2,000, like $5,000, $8,000, $10,000 per month. And 80% of these people achieved actually this goal, minimum. And yes, guys, now that you know me, let's get started with the actual course, step-by-step course for Amazon KDP 2025. Like this video, please, because it took me a very, very long time to record all of this and get it ready. So subscribe to the channel, leave a like, please, and comment if this was helpful to you. It's very, very important to me that you do that. It's gonna help with the algorithm, but it's also gonna make me understand that all this work I've done has been helpful for someone, and this is the most important thing for me. So yeah, let's get started with the actual course now. So let's start from the basic of our business model, which is online publishing, e-publishing, self-publishing, whatever you want to call it, KDP publishing. The business model basically consists in creating books from scratch and use other platforms to distribute and market them. What I mean with other platforms mainly is going to be the famous Amazon KDP, which is going to take care of everything on behalf of us. So we are just gonna have to upload the PDF of the final book, the title, and all the other informations, obviously. And they're gonna take care of taking our books, printing them, and shipping them. Or in case they are ebooks, just give the free download, just upload the ebook and allow people to download it. There are gonna be other platforms. Yes, we can use other platforms, but in my experience, the income that you will make from these other platforms is always going to be marginal compared to the Amazon KDP one. Okay, Amazon is the biggest books platform in the world, and in most countries actually it has more than half of the whole book market is on Amazon. In Europe it's 70%, so get your conclusions out of that. Now, the old publishing model, the one that we all know. So let's say you are an author and you want to sell your books to your customers, your potential customers. You will need to go through all these process, send your manuscript to multiple publishing houses. Then these publishing houses will have their vetting process, which is gonna probably involve people reading the manuscript they receive and rating them 1 out of 200, and then deciding every month like the best 1, 2, 3 books to publish under their label. And then if you pass the vetting and you get accepted, etc., and then they start printing, it's gonna take forever. Then you maybe go to retailer, okay, to the bookstore, or even Amazon is a retailer itself. And then the customer find your book and purchase it eventually. They buy it online, they read from your link, whatever, okay? So this process has a lot of issues. First thing is very slow and mechanical, let's say. So you have to go through all this process, this vetting, and obviously it's also involved the human factor. So a lot of famous authors, like I know, for example, J.K. Rowling herself, like the most famous author in the world, was rejected from 17 publishing houses, probably before founding one that published Harry Potter books. And we all know how it ended. It sold 600 million of copies for the Harry Potter saga. And 16 publishing houses, or 17 or 13, I don't remember the exact number, but they rejected her work for Harry Potter. Like, if these publishing houses accepted the work, they will be billionaire now, but they are still like some neighborhood publishing houses because the process was not oleated and enough effective. So this is the old editorial process, with a bit sleepy, boring. But that's not what we're gonna do. We are gonna take advantage of the new publishing model. It's gonna be way, way simpler. You in 1 year are these. You go directly to the platform, so to the retailer, and then you go directly to customers. So we take away this part of the process to make it more fluent, and we remove like people that have to judge our work before getting it on sales, okay? So we create our product, we study directly on the platform, so there should be like a mutual exchange of information here. We look directly for what people want to buy on the platform. Customer type on the platform to buy something. We are gonna intercept the data of customer looking for a specific book on a platform, and then we are gonna create the exact product that the customer want to fill their bags, and so they will fill our bags, but with money, and we are gonna fill them with books. Okay, this is basically what is gonna happen, and it's gonna be a very simple, like literally those are all the steps of the process. First, we're gonna upload it to the platform, and then we need to attract customer to the platform and inside the platform to buy our books, and that's it. There is nothing else we need to do. Like those are all the process we're gonna think about: searching for a good product, making the good product, selling the new product, getting paid. That's it. Cool? Sounds cool, right? Yeah, sounds cool, but I know what you're thinking right now. You're thinking, very interesting, Kevin, like that sounds so good, all these stats, like you're very knowledgeable about this editorial market, and but the only problem is I'm not a book author, I'm not J.K. Rowling, I'm not anything like that. Good, guys, you probably already know, but nobody here is an author. Like myself, I'm not an author. I mean, I'm kind of am, actually. I'm kind of writing some stuff every now and then, but I never publish anything under my personal name. Because nowadays, we can outsource to many other people and tools the creation of our books. We have cheap access to AI, people worldwide to outsource the work that will write the book or create the book for us, easy to use softwares, and our brains mainly, which is gonna be like the main tools we're gonna use throughout this whole course and throughout this whole business model. I'm gonna teach you how to use your brain and use your brain to coordinate all the effort of these other tools that the modern world is giving us access to. And this program, okay, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna teach you how to use everything like that to create amazing book that people can't wait to buy, that people can't wait to give you their money in exchange of these books. And we're gonna use all this stuff to assemble our book and then sell it through the platform, okay? So there is no need to have any experience in writing or in graphic design, or I mean, it's still like useful if you have. Don't get me wrong, but we're gonna learn everything from scratch throughout this program, and I'm gonna turn you into a bestseller book publisher. Okay. So for this lesson, it's everything. Let's see you in the next one. Okay, guys, welcome in this new lesson of the course, the second in the specific, which is gonna be about the process. So we're gonna have a quick overview from the high of the whole process of how creating a book works, how we're gonna go from scratch, from having nothing to have a book in our hands that is generating royalties every single day in automatic, okay, in autopilot, let's say. So those are the four main steps of the process, of the publishing process. The first, obviously, is going to be research. So try to look for a profitable topic or title for our new book. Then, after we have a profitable topic that is being searched by a lot of people and a lot of people want, we're going to create the mentioned book or outsource the creation. In any case, we're going to have to create the book, whether we create it ourselves or we outsource, we're going to have to create it. Then we publish our book, so upload it on the platforms and get it ready for sales, add all the metadata, etc., etc. And then we're gonna have to make as much sales as possible, which is gonna translate in making as much money as possible. So if you don't mind if I drink a bit of a coffee before we start with the first part of the process, which is research. So long story short, research, keyword research, topic research, niche research, you name it, it has been named with thousands of different names in the space. If you are used to watch YouTube videos, you're gonna have a different name for it. I just try to call it research. And researching just means looking for a profitable topic to create your book about. So basically what we have to do is look for a topic, first look for a topic, look for multiple topics, browse Amazon, browse whatever other store you want to browse, even physical stores. Then study the market, so analyze how many people are looking for this and how many people have already offering similar product or other product that are correlated to this one, and how difficult are they to beat basically, and how hard are the sales to be taken from them. Then after that we will decide a title, which is a key part of the process. And after that we're going to just decide the content. This doesn't have to be decided with the research, but we're going to have to research obviously what can be included inside the book, okay, in this part. We have to understand, to research among the competitors of the decided topic, what are the content of this book, what is good, what is not good, what is being appreciated by the customers, etc., etc., or what they think is missing. And then we're gonna have to research on other blogs and whatever YouTube videos or buying other books and decide what should our book contain and what shouldn't, okay? Then we go to the creation part. Now, we have decided what to create, we have decided a title, we have decided what it's going to include and what it's not going to include. We're going to have to create the digital version of the book and all its components. According to the type of book, this is going to involve different part of the process, but those are the most common one, okay, for almost every book. Writing the text that's going to be inside our book. Then it's going to have to be formatted, so all the words and images, illustration, whatever, has to be put together in an in a good way, in a like pleasant for the eyes way, and also practical way for the readers to fruit the content of the book. Then we're gonna have to design a cover. This goes for every single book you're gonna create. Obviously, this has to be created a cover, whether it is a digital format cover or a full print book, because like as you know, the print book open like this, and the cover has two covers, the front cover and the back cover, and there is also the spine, so like the side of the book. When you look at from like on one side you will see like the pages, you open it, and on the other there is the spine. And all these parts have to be designed if the book is a paperback. If it's a Kindle book or a digital book, you're just gonna have the front, the page is not a book, but like you understand, this is the front, this is the back, and this is gonna be the spine. So cover design, illustrations, as already mentioned, if it's like a storybook or any type of book, actually should include some degree of illustration, whether they are just simple decoration or they are propedeutical for the explanation of the concepts, for example, they should be included inside the book, like at least a minimum. Some books are only illustration. For example, take a coloring book, it's going to include only illustration, no word, no writing, no anything, just pure illustrations. Description of our book, which is going to be like a short text that has to go inside the Amazon page of our book, okay? And then we're gonna have the A+ content, which are basically images and text mixed together to create like kind of a multimedia description, let's say. Maybe I can, like just for you to better understand, if you are new publishers, this is gonna be the descriptions, okay? This is the cover, obviously, like back cover, like, okay, I understand it's way simpler now to show it to you. This is the bestseller rank, okay, which is we're gonna see it later. And those are the A+ content, okay? And that can include images like this one, or text, like, you know, between the various images, there can be some text, there can be like all the other books in the chain, okay? Editorial reviews. This is the author name, those are some video reviews, and those are the reviews, okay? Just to make it clear for everyone what's Amazon sales page. And as we can see, this was independently published, so this is the way to check if a book is published by a classic publishing house or published through Amazon KDP. It's just to go here and read if it says independently published, okay? So it was published 1 year and 2 months ago, and independently published by a person like you on Amazon KDP. And it has already 2,500 reviews, okay? Now, we define what description and A+ content are. We go to the third step of the process, which is publish your book. So basically upload it on Amazon KDP and launch it, basically. Make your book available for sales. An important part, as soon as you're done with uploading your book and it has been accepted by Amazon, is try to gather a couple reviews. So we're gonna see different ways to do that in the next lesson, like in the next one dedicated to the publishing and launching part. But for the moment, just be aware that you're gonna have to upload it on the platforms and try to get a couple of reviews just to get the customer, the new customer that found your book organically, more trustful in your book. Like if they see with 0 reviews, they will think like, I'm the first to buy it, I don't know what's gonna be inside. So it's important to gather some like proof, social proof, that's how we call it, okay? And then we're gonna have to market our book. So as soon as it's live, available to purchase for your customer or potential customer, all you have to do is to get as much eyeballs as possible on your book. And I mean, if you've done everything properly in the previous steps, these eyeballs are gonna translate in sales. So get as much sales as possible. There are a few different ways that are free or paid to do that. We're gonna see paid traffic, so Amazon advertising, which is like the most common and like the most effective actually platform to do that. Then there is also organic traffic that you can use, like that can be inside Amazon actually with like search engine optimization. You can achieve a lot of organic traffic that come from inside Amazon, people that are already browsing the app. Or you can create your own content, for example, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram Reels, and whatever. You can take video to your book and We're gonna see how to do that soon. Gather more and more reviews, and the best way is probably with promoting with the email marketing, basically like giving something for free to the one who buy the books, and then asking for reviews in exchange, or not in exchange, just asking for reviews in general, because it's not allowed to ask reviews in exchange. Then expanding the brand. It's also part of marketing, basically, like creating similar books that like are kind of have the same target customer but different content or like different specifications to like reach a larger part of the market and promote all the books among each other. Okay. And another thing to do, always keep improving the sales page and the content, so the plus content description and like all these type of things. And also protect your placement in the market. So if you are dominating a specific niche, we can use different strategies for maintaining the control. But this is a kind of advanced thing. Like it was just a list. It was supposed to be a list, and I'm adding a lot of details, which are kind of unnecessary. But I hope the process is clear enough. Let's review it quickly again. We research for our topic. We create our book. We publish our book on Amazon, and we market it to make as much money as possible. And then we can automatize this part and like do all this free once. We will make money like for years and years and years if we do everything correctly. Okay, I know this sounds appealing. I can ensure you this is possible. I will maybe show you some proof of like some single books that I published years and years ago and are still making me a full month salary, like in my country, in Italy, for example, just like completely passively for 4 years now. Like, so we're gonna see that in future lessons, and yeah, guys, I'll see you in the next. Now let's see the research part. The introduction is finally over, and we can go to select all the practical step-by-step steps that you will have to follow in order to get your first successful books on sale. And as we briefly mentioned, the first one will be research. Topic research, keyword research, niche research. I just like to call it research in general because like it really involves a lot more than just looking for a keyword that is profitable, but it's more about a whole process that will make you go from like what I have to publish to like a full title and the full content and the full like data about the book that you will need to be publishing. Okay. So the goal, like this would be like the best case scenario, is find a topic that has a very high interest, so a lot of potential customers, a lot of people are looking for it, but with the lowest competition as possible, like ideally zero. Okay, the best thing you can find is like a topic that has like tons of demand, thousands of people every month would like to buy this book, but nobody has ever created this book that people want. And this can happen, guys. This happened to me multiple times. So like it's not really luck. It's just about having a good strategy to finding this type of gold mines, we can already call them, because like you just have to buy the instrument for mining. Okay, so creating the book once, and then you will keep like mining forever without anyone ever annoying you while you mine. Okay. So it is really the real gold mine. Obviously, you will not find them in your first research. You will not find them in your first like 3 to 4, 3, 5 books if you do everything by yourself. But eventually you will. Okay, if you keep going and you keep like improving, you will, and you follow a correct strategy, which I'm gonna explain you now. But first, let's have an overview of what's the topic of a book. What does it mean? What is a keyword? What are all these other terms that have been used so far? So normally topic is the title, okay, like title and subtitle are like will contain all the topic of the book, okay, pretty much. Everything that is inside the book, everything the customer should know in order to buy the book and to understand, okay, this is the book that I need. Okay, the information will be contained in the title and subtitle, the main one. And then obviously we have the description and other stuff inside the book page, but first we'll focus on the book and not the title. So in the publishing space, there are a few terms normally used. This is the only one you will see normally, like because that's what we used to call keyword research. So like people will only look for this one specific thing, but you should actually look for these 3 things while you do research. Okay, keywords. That can be like 1 or more words, and it's the search term normally. So it's something that people would type in the search bar, okay? This is what we refer to keyword. This is not the title, it's completely different. It's just something that people will type in the search bar of Amazon or any other e-commerce, okay? In this case, obviously, we're talking about Amazon, so we will publish on Amazon KDP. Then you will have the target customer, or like in general target audience. I would just call it target, okay? Is a specification about the target customer of the book. For example, a kid, age 5 to 8, seniors, new moms, new dads, I don't know, over 60, like stuff like that, okay? So basically, who is the potential buyer or the potential person that will receive this book as a gift, for example? Okay, I have to buy a gift for a kid age 5 to 8, I will search for it. Obviously, the customer is not the kid age 5 to 8. Like, they will not buy on Amazon, like, unless some rare cases. Like, I can expect nowadays, we can expect everything, but in normal, balanced people, they would not let a kid of 5 years buy a book, okay? And they would not buy a book if he had money anyway, so, you know, there's no point. By the way, this is a bit of a digression. Another like part of the title normally is like book specs. I like to call it specs because I don't know how to call it. I don't know a better way to name them. But for example, a number of page, number of activity, number of illustrations. Illustrated, for example, is like a benefit of the book. Okay. A step by step, a quality. Let's call it quality. Adjectives. Step by step. Okay, so things like that. Those are not keywords. Those are just like things that are peculiar to this specific book, okay? Like some addition to what people get in addition to the book, the normal like title keyword, okay? So a title normally consists of one or more keywords if they are in the title, okay? Otherwise they cannot be outside, but just still be the main keyword, just to give you an idea. It's a bit confusing, but like you will get to understand it soon. One target, okay, like at least one or more like people that you are targeting, and they might not be in the title, okay? And one or more specs of the book, okay? So normally you will have some like extra qualities, benefits, or like selling point, call it as you want, of this specific book, okay? So we have a few examples prepared of like some like random books I use all the time. These, maybe not all of them, but you already seen this on my video. So for example, life skills is the keyword in this case. For teens, this is the target customer. And those are a bit of specs of the book, okay? What's gonna be inside, like what they're gonna learn. Those are also other keywords, potentially, actually. Those are other keywords. And yeah, this is maybe aspects, so like, you know, it's like and much more, but in a more like fun way. And those are other keywords, actually. Fix your car, you know, you might make a book on fix your car, not highly suggested. Then we have another example, how to draw everything. So in this case, the keyword would be how to draw. Everything is like an extra quality aspect, I used to call them. I don't really like this term, honestly, but I've started using it, so I will keep using it. Everything 300 is the same, 300 drawings of cute stuff. Animal, those are other keywords. Okay, this is the target, and also another keyword, book for kids. But this is the main target of the book, okay? There is not a specific age bracket, but like for kids in general. This is another book that I decided to use as an example, like just look, I was searching psychology for beginners. Dark psychology, keyword 1, keyword 2. This is a like extra thing, so 2-in-1, a quality of the book, a spec, 2-in-1 Bible. And those are other keywords, pretty much. And also what's going to be inside of the book. And this is another spec, another selling point. 11 proven way to master human psychology. I don't really see any consistency in this title. Like, I don't really see how, it's not a good title. Like, okay, those are not good examples. I'm not saying that. For example, here there is like some, you know, weird wording, but whatever. Okay, so those are just examples. We're going to review them later on. For the moment, just be aware that this is just an explanation of what a keyword is and what like target is and what like the specifications are, okay? So let's go ahead. How to find a profitable topic and how to know if a topic is profitable, like just to get it started with, like, you know, how to understand
if a topic that you have found, first how to find a topic and then how to determine if it's profitable or not, okay? Just to make it more clear for everyone. So the most common way to find profitable topics is through keyword research directly on Amazon. So basically what I've done, like also to find these books, you go here, you type in something, for example, this thing I was typing life skills for teens, you go search, and it can be everything, like you just have to type some search term here, and you will see all these results, okay? So those are the extensions I suggest you to buy, but I will explain them later. So this is like what I mean by typing, like doing keyword research directly on Amazon. You search here, and then you will see all these other books that are potential profitable topics that you can make your book on, or you can use them as like to gather data to do whatever you want, pretty much. You have access to infinite data because Amazon is where people go to buy books. Actually, 70% of the book market is on Amazon. So here you will see all the data that you need to like start playing in the editorial market, okay? So like there is not really need of much more. We will see more like in-depth strategies throughout the course, but for the moment, this is everything you need. So what you're gonna need to do research, these two extensions are not really negotiable, like in my opinion, for your publishing business, and you will have to purchase both of them. If you have some capital, I would suggest to buy the yearly subscription right away, or like, but you can just start with the monthly one, okay, initially. So Helium 10 and Bookbeam, and you will find like obviously the codes for these two tools I use. You can get some discount. I know Helium 10 is having a 35% discount at the moment, which is like the best I've ever seen in years and years of using this software. Like literally, I've been using this for 3 to 5 years. So you might just click in the bio and you will see the promo code. And same for Bookbeam, you will find it not in the bio, in description, sorry. So this is the Helium 10 one, like this top thing where you can see like the graph of like how much the book has been selling and the actual number of sales. And this is the Bookbeam one, where you will see like if the book is self-published right on the on this page, on the search page. So this is super useful. And you will also see an estimation of how many copies a book is selling. I always suggest you to look at the lower number here, okay? So, and the amount of royalties they're making, okay? Very rough, like don't take it like as a very exact thing, but I've noticed it's somewhat correlated to the reality of things. So you might take it just as a benchmark, okay? Let's say. So go to buy these two softwares. For Helium, buy the Diamond package, and for Bookbeam, you can get just the cheapest one, okay? For Helium, no, because we will need the magnet tool, which is included only in the Diamond package, which you can get for just $60 per month with the promo code in the description. And we're gonna use it also in other parts of our business, so it's kind of non-negotiable. Bookbeam is, you can avoid it, but like it's super useful, especially when you're at the beginning, because it tells you like exactly the amount of sales, like an estimation and like an estimation of the royalties it's making. While if you have only Helium, you will only see like the BSR, which can be confusing initially. And since we are gonna browse different marketplaces, I will suggest you to also get the Bookbeam extension, okay? So download these two things before even getting started, so you will like start right away to see these data, which are super, super important. And if you say that like for you it's too much to spend like, you know, $60, $50, $100 in tools for your business, then you might probably just keep with your day job, because like, you know, probably doing business is not the best thing for you, okay? I'm sorry for this like a bit dry humor, but you know, just saying the things how they are. Then we will go on Amazon, and every single Amazon marketplace. For this video, obviously, we're gonna use the English marketplace because like my audience speak English mostly. But like for in the future video of this course, we're gonna go more in depth on every single marketplace. Okay, so if you are European, guys, this is like the biggest chance you have is to publish in your own native language, which are these 4. I publish in all of them. I publish in English. Obviously, I'm like a navigated publisher, but for the beginners, like it's really the easiest thing you can do. And do as much as research as you can. Like literally, I'm talking about hours every day if you can. At least 1 hour per day for a publisher is a non-negotiable. Like even for a professional, for myself that I have like all the experience, I know pretty much everything, like all the keywords, I already know them, but I still do research to stay on top of it, because if I didn't do research, then I wouldn't know all the keyword and all the new topic trends that are trending and stuff like that, okay? And you will have to do as much research as possible. As I already said, the first 5-10 hours, you're gonna probably not find anything. Like, I'm just saying the things how they are, because you will still like getting used to like checking Amazon and like checking this graph of how things were going and seeing like how much copies is a book selling, like getting used like to browsing through all the pages. So if you're not used, it's gonna take some time, quite some time. But after a while, you will see that you will start finding interesting topics, okay? So let's do a bit of research actually, like now in real time. The best thing you can do is create a new Notion page, and you call it research, and the date of today, in this case is 31st of January 25. And every day you create a new one, and there you will start typing everything that you find that could be interesting, okay? I highly suggest to start with some initial word, or like open up book page or save something, and then you save everything that you think is interesting. How do you say if something is interesting? If it's making a lot of sales, pretty much. And if it's self-published, even better. So you will see this little green badge if you have purchased Bookbeam, which you will have if you are following this tutorial. You will see this green thing. This means that this book has been self-published. If you see this, it means that the sponsor, so the person is paying to appear here. If there is no sponsored badge, this means that this is organic rank. Okay, those are still sponsored. So we can see that this book is not self-published. I think it is anyway, like even if it says it's not, because it looks like a self-published thing. But you see this title and you open it, okay? It's like it catch my attention because I never seen this book, okay? So I open it. I see that how much it's selling a lot. So if it's making sales, it's a good signal. It's a thing that is interesting, that there is a market for it. Okay, it has been selling, you check the graph. This is the Helium 10 extension. This says sales rank is the BSR, which is like, you will find it here, okay? Among with the data as publisher, you will see self-published. Pages, size, everything you can find in this product details page. But also the bestseller rank, which means like, what is its position in the standing of the best-selling books, okay, in Amazon. And we can see that it's being quite consistent, like to stay among the 3,000 most sold book on Amazon and 7,000, 8,000, and with a peak during the Christmas period of going in up to top 1,000, so selling a lot of copies. According to Bookbeam, it's selling 22 to 29 copies per day, so it could be potentially profitable. So we might just add it to our list of stuff we found. I like also to copy this, so I have it like, okay, so you can find it after if you are interested in more. And yeah, then you can go ahead, you can go here to look for something else interesting, or you can go back to the search page. So for example, I see this one, this looks kind of interesting, career planning for teens. It's kind of selling. Let's see the estimated sales. 6 to 7 per day, so it's still kind of decent. It has some reviews. This is also important to check, like for if a book has good reviews or it has a lot of reviews, it means that like people are liking it and next future customers are likely to buy it again. So we can write it down, okay? And then you can go ahead for everything basically. Like I will not take so much time here, but we can go like also to these new things, okay? And obviously, guys, after you have your list, then you're gonna verify all these topics, how many competitors there are, okay? So let's go ahead to find like, I don't know, a new one at least. I don't really like this niche. So let's go to psychology for beginners, for example. I'm searching random stuff, guys, like literally random things. Like there is not a real meaning. You can just make up a like set of words. So like, I don't know, informatics or programming or like coding, physics for beginners, everything. Like you can start just type it down. We will look for, okay, this is interesting. For example, self-published 4 years ago, and it's selling 22 copies per day, making $100 per day. So we might open it and write down this keyword we found. Yeah, obviously, exactly what I wanted to do, as always. I don't know who will buy this type of book, honestly. No, you would buy on Amazon a book that is like dark psychology and manipulation. But whatever, guys, it's not our business what people buy. If they want to manipulate and be dark, let them be dark. We see another one, defense. This is like the counter-attack when they try to manipulate you. So like you can buy both in bundle, and like this is wow, crazy. This is more recent, and I mean this can actually be interesting because the cover is nothing amazing. Okay, we do the same with every book we find, okay? So we have our list, and every day we will have our different list of book. So something important to do then after you have your list is you go on Amazon, you search this keyword, and you see how many other books are in competition for this potential keyword, okay? So this is obviously another competitor and it's still selling, okay? So we have another competitor and it's selling. Competitor not selling, competitor not selling, competitor not selling, competitor not selling. Competitor not selling. To friendship, so I try to niche down, doing the same thing, but just for friendship, for puberty. Okay, so those are ideas you can write down, but pretty much we can see that this topic is profitable. Like, and what I mean with selling is like that they're making like 10 copies per day on is kind of selling, less is 5 to 10 is okay, less than 5 is not selling. Okay, that's like my way to determine if a book is profitable or not. So only 2 books are selling, all the other ones are not really profitable, but this is the proof that if we do a good job, this was released just 5 months ago, we can still rank and make some money. And these books, honestly, they are quite like low quality. Teen Girls with Autism, like whatever, bro. Everything teen girls should know is okay, but like the cover like doesn't even look like for girls. It's a bit sad. Title is small. So yeah, you can just write some things here, okay? Too profitable, quality. I don't know. You can type something like that normally. I just write like a brief analysis of the keywords. So when I come back, I have everything I need. Okay. Too profitable, quality. Okay, 5 not, and the quality is like 2 to 5 out of 10. So I know like if I beat this 5, I can get close to this 2, etc. And then guys, we have these data, but we are not gonna publish a book with the same title. Like these data just serve us like understanding the niche and how it works. Before going to publish our book, we have let's say this is profitable, and this is actually profitable. Like if you want to get into it, you actually can. With of these other 3, I don't know, probably these 2 no. These can be decent. I don't know yet, I didn't check it, but like this one I think I can. Personally, I would make sales if I publish in there. We have our keywords, so we have like this teens, girl, and book. Okay, we add it here. Now we have to think. Now we have to turn on our brain. We have been just using Amazon and our tools to help us to find a profitable topic. Now it's time to turn on our brain and understand how to make this book a bestseller. And how do you do that? We are not going to copy-paste this book, obviously. Even if it's the best selling, this is the best selling actually, but it has more reviews and is like older, so we will take this as the new benchmark, the new book to beat. We are not going to copy anything from this guy, okay? We have to understand how to make our own version stand out from all the competitors. And we will see that there are 2 competitors, 2 main like guys in this space. Direct competitors 1 and 2. So we're gonna study how is their title made, okay? Everything, like what they are like doubling down, what they are making like the main highlight of the book. So here it's making friends, avoiding drama, overcoming insecurities. planning for the future and everything else along the way to growing up. Okay, so this is made to be sold probably to parents, like because they like tell everything that a good parents would like for their teen daughters. And they pretty much, this book ripped off the subtitle of this other one. But this is a good example of how to actually do things, okay? This is a good example of layer, for example, because it just changed the title from This Girl's Survival Guides to Teen Girl's Handbook. He maintained a similar cover. You've done a slightly different work in terms of colors and used different wording in the subtitle. And this is what we call improving an existing concept, okay, to our book. It just improved this other book without copying it, without copying the title, without copying the other keywords, without copying anything. It just made his own version, original, different, but still taking the same idea, improving the concept, okay? There is no unique angle, like he didn't change anything in the subtitle as well. To make friends, build confidence, avoid peer drama. Like it's exactly the same. But he improved the concept, okay? So we have to think how we can either improve the concept and go down on the layer, other unique angle, and there are many other layers, guys. This is not like the right moment to discuss all of them because like it's a very, very in-depth topic, and this is like really the game changer once you understand it. But we need to add or remove as much layers as possible. In this example, I call like in this scheme, I said like peel the layers or remove the layer, but we probably should add more layers to make it more like specific on a specific problem or a specific target of girls, or find a deeper desire, for example, in the mind of the parent that will gift, or the uncle or whoever is going to gift this book to their to these teen girls, and find what they would like their teen girls to know, for example, like a specific thing or a specific problem they would like to solve for their teen girls, okay? And you can come here, see, read all the data, like you should be doing that actually. See all the advised book, like sponsored, read all the reviews, like what they're saying, what they think about the book, what is missing, what like they love about the book. This book doesn't even have A+ content, so those are like the graphic description. We will see that in the next module. And yeah, you guys just work, like you think what like you can add to this idea that already existing. So you might just copy also the subtitle, so you know like what's inside of the book. Which layer can we add? This is the question. And now you gather ideas for new layers. You browse Amazon, you keep browsing Amazon, and you see which layer the other books added in order to be successful. Like this, like we've been doing now, okay? This book added this new layer of like improving the existing concept. Which other layers other books have added? And there are like 5 to 10 different type of layers you can add. And once you find profitable, for example, unique angle, careers, like we've been taking it from this other book we found, okay? Career for teens, maybe there is not a teens girl handbook on career, or improving concept. I don't know, maybe the cover, this one is not really improbable a lot, but or they adding A+, etc., okay? You can find unlimited layers. If you just have to sit down on your chair, take a couple of free hours, and just browse Amazon and try to figure out what layer you can add. And you cannot escape this work, guys. You cannot escape anything I have discussed here. If you want to use my strategy, obviously, if you want to use some like random copy AI coloring book or software, whatever, just use their own strategy. If you want to use mine, that has been profitable for me, it generated me hundreds of thousands of royalties every single year for the last few years, then you have to do all of that. And there is no way to escape, to avoid this work. And yes, guys, so now that we found our keyword potentially, so let's say this is career one, okay, this book. This is our profitable keyword, okay, not sure this is profitable, I haven't really checked, But like, now let's see, once we have our keyword, what we have to do in order to create our bestseller, okay? So now that we have our main title, which is gonna be Teen Girls Career Handbook, all we have to do is creating the PDFs we need, I need in this case. And one is gonna be for the interior, and one is gonna be for the cover, and much more stuff, actually. Because we're gonna need all these different things. So how? Step 1, step 0, let's call it step 0, right? Write down clearly every aspect of your book, like title, okay? So you create a Notion page like this one. And title, by the way, I will add some Notion template in the free Skool community. So, teen girls. Okay, I will leave some of my Notion templates on the Skool community, which is free. So skool.com/KDP, like it's written like this, skool.com/KDP. There is a free course in there and other stuff. So you might just join and you can talk directly with me. So yeah, this is a little advertisement, and you can download some Notion template if you like this software. I will leave them just for you ready to use. So we can make up a name. So Kevin. I mean, it should be a female probably. Kevin. I don't even know if it's a name. Okay, let's say this is the author. Target customer, obviously, teen girls. Parents or aunt, grand, need. Okay, whatever. So who's gonna buy the book? And we're gonna need all this stuff when we create our content. Okay. Description, so you should learn a little bit of copywriting to do this part. You can help yourself with ChatGPT. I don't suggest to copy paste the description for ChatGPT, but you can just give all this stuff in input, target customer, content, which we're going to decide now, to ChatGPT, and they will give you a powerful description. The structure is this is not a good description either. This is a good structure for a description normally, so you have a headline to catch attention of the reader. Then we have like a little bit of storytelling. There is nothing quite challenging as being a teenage girl, like a bit of dramatic stuff, because there are many more challenging things than being a teenage girl, I believe. I like a lot. But yeah, stuff, whatever. So like sell a bit the idea behind the book. And then you have some bullet points where you can expect to find these, like a little preview, etc. Again, selling a bit more the idea, it's more complicated, blah, blah. It's selling they saying it's like going into war, yeah, teenage girl. And then a call to action, which is like scroll up by now and get your copy. Are you ready to learn the best tips and tricks for your teenage years? So this is a good description, pretty much, that you can use for something similar. So, okay, I've opened a ChatGPT page, so we can just we can kind of it's not a good practice, but if you don't know anything about copywriting, the best thing you can do is hire a copywriter on upwork.com. But we can do something like this and say ChatGPT, something like adapt this. And it will generate, you see, this description. And guys, this is only for this first part, this first brief that we are writing. So as a first draft of the description, just to understand what we can potentially use as a description and what we can potentially add as a content. Okay, so here we have some tips. So it also gives us some ideas for the content. Okay, it gives a lot of ideas. So we might just copy paste this stuff to use as content and description. Well, okay, guys. So I know you are intelligent people and you don't need me to say that. I'm pretty sure. But this is not gonna be our final content, and this is not gonna be our final description. Okay, this. This is not our final description, okay? We use it just as example for the video, but then we're gonna see like which is like kind of decent, like we can add some stories, some real stuff, okay? Are you going to create? We are not gonna do all that. Review on Upwork. Okay, competitors, we're gonna just paste the links we found in the research. I'm not gonna look for them again, okay? And format on Canva with elements. So now we have this kind of plan. It's time for the execution to actually create the book. So how you create a book, there is like unlimited, like literally unlimited ways to create a book. Software, freelancers, AI tools, stock images, AI generators, images. Like you can do literally everything. Those are the most common ways to do it. Canva for creating the formatting, the interior of like assembling it, let's say. The low content book or medium content book, you can say use it as well. Or using Vellum and Adobe Illustrator for formatting medium high content if you want a better quality overall. Canva is a bit basic in some cases. As you know, overall I suggest you to, if you're a beginner and you want to do it yourself, which I suggest for the first 2-3 books, at least the formatting to do it yourself, I suggest you to use Canva, okay? So we will see in a bit like some very basic stuff, but you guys have to watch other videos on YouTube. I'm not the best person to teach you how to use Canva, okay, to be honest. So I suggest you to use it for your first few books to understand how it works. And then you can, of course, understand also Vellum. You can purchase it like on a one-time fee and you will be able to format as much high content as you want. So maybe you might just get it. Then for the writing part, you can use AI plus proofreading, editing, and fact checking. This is the most important thing. You need to check, verify all the fact that AI tells you. Like literally every single thing. We don't want to lie. So it's gonna take like ages and ages to create a book with AI nowadays because you cannot do it on your own. The highest quality thing and best part thing you can do is hire a ghostwriter for the writing part. Like for whatever type of things you're writing, guys. Like even the simplest one, AI is gonna put in some straight bullshit. They will lie to you. So you might just avoid that. Unless it's like kind of creative writing and they have to make up things. So you can just use it as a base and then obviously like editing, fact checking and seeing the consistency of what they say because often it's also inconsistent. And our goal, I think it's like, it's redundant, but we need to provide a quality book to our customer. That's all we want to do. We don't want to make some quick money, try to scam, like, do all these type of things. We let them to users of other channels. Here we just create value, and then if we create enough value, then we can ask for money in exchange. But if we don't give value and we're just taking, like the bubble is gonna explode at some point. So I actually suggested to do this and spend anywhere, like normally it costs 500 for a medium content to 1,000 for a medium content, and like you can for a full non-fiction you can expect $1,000 to $2,000. Don't spend more than that because like it's gonna be like quite unnecessary for the type of book we are gonna create. Okay. For the illustrations, you can use stock images websites like Shutterstock or Midjourney for generating pictures and illustration. Again, like you have to spend a lot of time in Midjourney to create decent quality stuff. A lot of you are not gonna do it, and I'm aware of that. A lot of you are just gonna use AI and like quick fact check, maybe Google a couple of stuff, and then Midjourney, and okay. And then they're gonna say the business doesn't work and it's all a scam, whatever. So I mean, I know the one who have to understand, they will understand. You have to invest a lot of time in using Midjourney. Like it's gonna take hours and hours and hours and hours just to get like to the final prompt, and then to replicate this prompt for all the images. It's gonna take a lot of time, unless like you are very experienced. In that case, it's gonna take less, or you have like a very specific guidance, which I'm not gonna give you in this video. Okay. So for the cover, again, you can use AI plus like minor editing in Photoshop, or hire a freelancer for the cover. Initially, I highly suggest you to do this and invest anywhere between $100 and $300 for the cover. If it seems too much, I mean, you can make money without investing all this money in a cover, but if you want like actually long-lasting results and to build a real business, you know, like based on quality, this is the best thing you can do, and you're gonna make all the money back, guys. Like I can guarantee you that if you do everything right, all the money you've invested in tools, freelancer, and everything, you make them like 20 times more. So it might just worth it, like, because if you save, you might just make 10 times less the money, so you just double like what you would have done, and you save, like, let's say you save $2,000 and you make 10,000 less per year on average. So I would say like this is kind of stupid in my opinion to think about it. So I'm introducing a new thing as well, actually. I'm putting out a team, my team of professionals. They are, I've been working with them for months, if not like years, with all of them. And if you are interested in outsourcing the creation to my team, like basically for no added fee for the moment, it will just be like I'm testing some system to do it. So you can just join my community and DM me on skool.com/KDP, and you will get a special price while we test the opportunity, only for people inside the community. Again, you cannot text me on other messaging or email, whatever. Yeah, you can email me actually here. So I will not read, like if you text me on Instagram or anything like that, I will not reply, but you can send an email here or join the community and you will receive a DM from me, like as soon as you join. And then you text me about like what you would like to be created from my team, like if it's a cover, like some artwork, A+ content, whatever, and I will see how many people I can accommodate. They're not super cheap, guys. I don't expect like Fiverr, you know, and I'm not gonna say the ethnicity, but these people on Fiverr like don't expect this type of price, but like those are good prices for sure. Okay, so like if you are interested in that, just DM me on Skool. And other than that, okay, let's open Canva. Like I said, I will be showing you how to do things. So let's say we use 6x9 size, which is probably what like all these guys are using. 6x9, yeah. Okay. This is super easy, guys. You can just create as much pages as you want. If you don't know how to use Canva, like, I mean, you should be learning. You can add heading, the title, for example, like introduction. And before, obviously, we'll have like the title page. So you will need a few pages, title page, copyright, 1025, title, copyright, table of content, and then you can start with the actual, maybe it's only a couple of pages of table of content, and then you can start with the actual introduction of the book, okay? And the best thing is, like, I'm doing that just to show you like an example. You are not gonna do that. I know you're gonna do it, but like you shouldn't be doing what I'm doing because I don't do it. I'm just doing that for the video, just so we have like something to add inside the book. So you create the body. This is our introduction, which has to be way longer, obviously. Okay, you can change the font. Like if you never used Canva, I know this is gonna be the worst Canva tutorial ever created by humanity. Okay, so we have our introduction. This is complete trash. Okay, now it's kind of decent. Something you can do is add some illustration. I've used Instagram. And I don't know, girl, teen. You go on graphic. Nice, you have some illustration. Perfect, exactly what I wanted to do. Okay, so we can add like career. Yeah, this is looks more in career. Okay, then we have the second page, obviously with different text. You know, this is super low quality, but like you start there and then you like chapter 1. I mean, it's already coming together. chapter 1, like university, I don't know, choose university, which kind of makes sense for a book club like this, okay? Then you add all the other stuff, and then maybe you will add this because like it looks like studying in university, blah, 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 etc., etc. So now we have our book, okay? And I know this was a very bad Canva tutorial, but if you want to outsource everything, which is like the best thing you can do, you can use Upwork, the best platform to outsource. Just go to Upwork. I don't know if I can still add this link. I tried to add it once, but they removed the promotion after like 2 hours I uploaded the video, so I might just not add any link in the bio. In the description again, sorry. So yeah, you can text me here and you will get like the best quality on the market. Like I don't think there is any service that can provide the same quality as my team. So just text me there and we will try to arrange it, okay? Okay, so there was also a cover part. So this is to create the interior, and this I skipped the step 1. So Google, like, choose the best size. You can Google like KDP format, paperback, yeah, whatever. Copy paste this on Google, and you will see like all the different formats. And then when you go here, you choose like you will choose the size different. Like choose 6x9, but like you will choose the best one for your book. Once you have the page number, so let's say you created all these and this came out to be 80 pages, then you can create your final cover, which is like, because a paperback book, they have a front, back cover. Now I have my Pokemon little notebook. So this is the front cover, this will be the spine, okay? And this will be the back cover. Okay, a book, and the format of the cover, it will be like an image that is like this, pretty much. Okay, so you will need a spread book image. You can find everything on Google, googling like KDP cover. But you can outsource your creation on these different websites. Contact Me, this is the best one probably, but you can also like go on Upwork, which is the one I advise. Fiverr, 99 Design also have a good service, but it costs like $300 to $400. I don't remember exactly. So Upwork is the best one. Fiverr is the cheap one, like low quality one. So if you want to make less sales, go on Fiverr. If you want to make more money, go on Upwork. Okay, guys. Obviously, you will have to send the designer like all these details and like a brief description of what you want to be on the cover. So you might just go here. You can also send them like, this is my competitor. I want to be this guy. I'd like to have like, you know, a different coloring, a different color palette, or like make it stand out, being yellow, stuff like that. Okay. Nice. So now we have our full cover. We have all the data we need. We have the interior. We have the cover. We have everything. Then we are ready to publish our book and launch it. Okay. So let's get it done.
Regarding the cover, I really think it's 100% worth it to go more in depth on how to make a good cover, because like this is not gonna be like an optional thing to really have a 10 out of 10 cover, at least 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10. So everything that looks like bedroom made, so that you made on yourself and you try to like mix up things, if you don't have any design experience, it's not gonna really be good, at least for the first 1-2 years of publishing. After that, when you have like really enough experience with using the graphic design tools, and also like you've seen enough covers on the market to know exactly to imagine, because before creating something you need to imagine it. And when your brain will have enough data on what a good cover look like, then you can really start to do everything on your own and without having it to look homemade. But before, we need to really know how to do it. So the few like most important, I've written here like the 5 laws of a 10 out of 10 cover: eye-catching and professional design. So exactly what I said, like it has to look professional. I don't really know how to describe a professional cover looks like, but like everything relies to the consistency of the cover. So how the spaces are well managed, how the fonts are well managed, how it is like coherent with the topic of the book. Okay, all these little things makes a cover look professional. Everything has to be coherent and consistent. Okay. Clear and readable title. This is also super important. The title has to be the main thing, or some illustration that is easily reliable to the title, the main title. Strong use of color and content and contrast, and is still like means eye-catching. So strong use of colors and contrast, and it's still like connected to the eye-catching thing, because the colors have to be, firstly, like they should be different from all the other competitors in the same niche, and second, they should be matched. Okay, there is like, you can search on Google like color matching palettes, stuff like that, and colors have to be matching to make it stand out, and contrast has to be used properly. Niche specific imagery, so obviously if you are creating a cookbook, then you will not use the same illustration on a mental manipulation book, obviously, okay? You will not add like all these like dark kind of manipulation images. And same goes for the opposite. So if it's a book for kids, it's gonna be like very lightful and playful font, and use like images of kids. If it is a dark manipulation book, obviously it's gonna be all the opposite, okay? Market validation, this will be in like checking how your competitors are doing it, what quality are they, how much are they investing in their covers, like their palette they're using, how they are conveying the message of their book, and compare your book to their own book, okay? So now let's go to see some example directly on Amazon. We will use the same keywords we've been using for the research to analyze a few covers, okay? So this one is super clear. As you can see, the title is super clear. The illustration is perfect, okay? It explains everything. This is clean, this is kind of minimal. It's not my favorite cover, honestly, but it's working very, very well because this book is selling 30 copies per day. A good badge saying that there are more than 100 techniques of influence. So this is a big selling point. It might be worth it to make it stand out to the rest of the book and the content and the cover. Overall, it's a good cover, clean and in target. Same could go for this one. Like these type of covers are a bit old-fashioned now, with having a big stock image in the background and some text on top of it. But this book was published in 2020, and this was how the trend for cover was. So having a stock image and then just words, okay? Words and a stock image. While now you can see that the image is, it's not it's just a simple illustration, and the words make it the most. So the choice of the font is gonna be the most important thing in this case, and the spacing. Here it was more about choosing a good image, cool, that looks cool, that grab attention, and add it on the background, okay? Again, this one, if we just look at this eye-catching, clear and readable title, strong use of contrast, this is perfect. It doesn't look that professional because it's quite simple. It's just 2 images and text, and that's it. And I don't know. It's not my favorite type of cover, honestly. I'd much rather prefer something like this compared to this or this. This one, for example, is super, looks very old. Even it was published recently, I believe. I cannot see it from here. Big image and some super simple font, super basic font that doesn't stand out at all. This looks really like the standard Windows fonts. This subtitle is just quite bad, just one caps lock here and everything is small. So overall not perfect. This is the perfect example of a great cover. So minimal, very clear title, an image that specify how to read people book, and it's cool, looks cool. This image looks cool, good font, perfect use of spacing. This is what you should aim for, okay? Again, this is the previous one. So this niche overall, I would say that it's quite old-fashioned niche. And actually the first guy that came with a modern concept and modern cover and everything done according to 2024-2025 guidelines, is making the most money compared to everyone else. So this is just even giving more value to what I'm saying, okay? This is for full content. For medium and low content, normally we go just for something very colorful and young looking, we can say. This was published 9 months ago, selling a good amount of copies every day. This is a good cover, guys, for example. Very clear, life skill for teens. Subtitle, you can read it. An illustration, probably AI made, that explain like explanatory. So this is a skill, life skill that teens should have. So be able to use like this thing. I don't really know how to call it. And overall, a very good cover, like really one of my favorites. This is also very good. Playful font. I love this 3D like kind of effect. Some illustration that explain the content of the book, so the table of content, what's gonna be inside, how to reach goals, how to make relationships, how to buy something, how to, I don't know, change the light bulb, okay? How to drive, for example. So good cover. This one is okay too, honestly. I like it. Very similar to this one. Like I think this one they've used a better color blend. Okay, it looks more professional compared to this one. The font is very similar. I think the color makes the difference here. This one looks maybe too much like flashy. Okay, this one is a bit too dark for like books for girls. I think you need to know before you're 16. This is a well done cover, like clear. A bit too dark again. I would have done. You probably use the yellow for the background compared to this like kind of black. Okay. Okay, guys, this is the perfect example of an old looking cover. And Debbie, our friend Debbie, pretty sure she's a nice person and everything. She knows, like, she's trying to do her best. But this is an old looking cover. This is exactly like the same concept I was explaining here. So having like a stocky, this one is still kind of good. But like for example, let's take this one. Having a stock image and word on top of it doesn't work really anymore. And well, like everything looks unprofessional, and yeah, I mean, I don't really need to give you any more comments on this. Basic font, basic image, color used horrendously. Everything, spacing, like spacing is kind of okay, like I gotta say it. But everything else is bad, and that's why it's not selling. Okay, 900,000 BSR. Essential life skill for teens. Okay, this is okay-ish. I mean, it was probably one of the first books in the niche, so it didn't have all the example to take inspiration from all these new things. Let's see another one that can explain. Okay. This one, for example, it's not good. Like I don't see why you should have this. Like this looks real. This looks like marble. That's how you say that. And I don't know. I don't think the color is good for the message. Skills is not easy to read. It doesn't look professional at all. Like the background is not good. The main issue here is the background in itself. So just try to avoid it. This one is probably stuffing way too much things, empowering life skills for teen girls. Probably too much elements. Background doesn't look clean at all. This like band, beige, here, whatever you want to call it, doesn't look good at all. Okay, this is good, like especially the green. You see how like the concept of money, like this color is used to convey a message, which is like this book is gonna be about money, and the green is the money color. So 1 + 1 is 2. Okay, this one is playful. It looks good. I would have gone for a different background, but I like this cover. And yeah, guys, I think we've seen enough messages. I hope you understand all these points because I've been going through all of them with the example covers. And okay, now that we have our interior, we have our cover, and we have our title, it's time to publish our book and market it. So let's go on with the process.
Okay, so we said we have everything ready to publish our bestseller. So we have title, subtitle, author name, description, cover, interior. So we have to make a big distinction. If the book is only text and images and there is nothing to write on, so there is literally 0 places where you should be writing, then you can publish a Kindle version of the book, which is highly advised because you can it will be very helpful during the launch phase and to gather first reviews, etc. Again, the first traction, and you can also edit it. So if you make some mistake or you don't like something, once you see the listing, you can change it. While with the paperback, you cannot change anything if you publicate. publish directly paperback, you will not be able to make any change. So this is the main distinction we have to do. If your book is only text and images, no places to write, you can publish the Kindle first and then the paperback after a week or so. Otherwise, if your book is activity book, workbook, drawing book, and coloring book, or whatever like that, and that's places where you should be writing on, then you have to publish the paperback right away. Okay, it's not a big problem, like it's not a huge deal, but follow this or you will get banned 100%. Like this is the most common reason why people get banned from Amazon KDP. Account terminated is because they publish Kindle with stuff to write on, okay? Okay, so prepare all these things. Go on Amazon, KDP, kdp.amazon.com, which is this website. You create, join KDP, blah, blah, blah. You add your data. You can use your Amazon account. I suggest to create a fresh Amazon account to run your KDP business, okay? It's not necessary, it's not mandatory. It's something I advise you to do. And then you click to publish new book. Like I cannot open, and I don't want to open my own KDP account live. But it's gonna be just a yellow button, like exactly like this, with written like publish a new book, ebook or paperback. You click it, it's gonna literally ask you these things: title, subtitle, the size of the book, and etc. And you will just publish it. Okay, Kindle first if available, and then paperback after a week, or directly paperback. The launch phase is what's gonna happen on the first version you publish. So if it's a book that you can publish the Kindle, you will launch with the Kindle, you will do the launch on the Kindle. If you have to publish the paperback right away, you will make the launch phase on the paperback. Simple as that. What's the goal of the launch? The launch phase goal is to gather reviews, basically, and to gain a better placement on the Amazon algorithm. Because when people search on this, you see there is a competition for who happens to be first. For example, we search this, and the first one is the one that is selling the most normally, or like it has like the best stats according to Amazon, and is the most relevant for this search term. And then all the other ones come. Okay, our goal is to get as much reviews and as much sales as possible to rank as near the first placement as possible. Okay, without paying. So this is like free ranking. This is paying. This is free. So we will get free traffic, free sales, free money, pretty much. So the best way is to gather reviews. You can offer an advanced reading copy to existing or potential customer with Booksprout. You can create there, you upload your book, and it will automatically send email. Like people can give their email in exchange of, and then Booksprout will spam them like to review your book like every day. So at some point you will get reviews. And you can, if you have an email list, you can send this to your email list, but if you're a beginner, you don't have an email list. So you can just join Facebook group and spam people pretty much. That's all you have to do if you want to use Booksprout. Or Booksprout has its own user base, okay? So some people are on Booksprout and they are looking for free books that they want to review, and they will like just get the free version exchange. So you can just use it, and you might be able to get like 3 to 5 reviews normally for free without doing anything. So like I highly suggest to try Booksprout. Or you can use KDP friendly websites like Bookbeam, Book Bounty, where you can basically review other publishers' books, and then you will get reviewed by them. Okay, you can accumulate some points, and this is like policy friendly. If you buy reviews, you will get banned. But if you use this, it's kind of policy friendly because you are not swapping review directly. So you're not exchanging review, like you review me, I review you. You are just reviewing other books and then gain points where you can get reviews from other people. So using this website is kind of helpful. I have seen it working on every single marketplace, especially with this one. This works only on the English speaking. This works on all the marketplaces. And I've had been tested by some of my one-on-one students, and they've got multiple reviews with both of them. So you might just try it, okay? And then we have the launch phase, okay? Like, this is the launch phase. Okay. And then you start your marketing. Like I would suggest you to start your marketing as soon as your paperback is live. So if you publish the paperback right away, then you start directly your marketing campaign. If you publish only the Kindle, then you get the reviews first, and then you publish the paperback, and then you start the marketing on the paperback, okay? So the most important thing is the paperback, and then you have to start all your campaign on the paperback, like redirected to the paperback. So if you publish right away, even if you don't have reviews, you will have a lower ACOS, like you will have a worst overall performance of your advertisement. But start it right away, okay? Because like getting sales right away is the most important thing you can do. And marketing is pretty much like getting as much sale as possible, okay? Getting your book shown to as much people as possible. So let's just see how to do the marketing. Now, your book is gonna take a few days to go live to be available on sales on Amazon. As soon as the paperback is available, we start our marketing. Okay, marketing, like it's a very wide term. There are all these universities and stuff that like are about marketing. All we need to know for our publishing business, at least for the moment, like as a beginner, is marketing is basically getting as much eyeballs as possible on your book and convert them into buyers. I know it's not a super precise definition of marketing. I know it's wrong. I know whatever. I don't care. This is what you need to know. So you have a limited options basically to get your book shown to as much people as possible. This is the best one. Amazon ads, most common and best performing one. You can use Facebook ads, you can use YouTube ads, those are the paid one, or you can use free ones. So like creating content, TikToks, I've done that in the past, Reels, I've done that, YouTube Shorts, YouTube long form videos, email marketing, blog articles, like whatever give you visibility. It's a good way to promote your book. It's a potential way, not good. Not all these ways are good. The best one, in my opinion, like what I've been seen working best during my multiple years, multiple six figures per year generating career, is Amazon ads. And also TikTok can work decently, but the best one is Amazon ads. The reason is because it's the most reliable, like the most consistent, and the one that you can set up for the long term. So you set up your campaign once and you like improve them like every like couple of weeks probably after some point, but it's gonna keep you results, get you results forever. And the best thing is that you can start with as low as $5 daily budget for every single book, and you will be able to see right away conversions and like if your book works. So if your first like week you don't make any sale, probably your book is never gonna make sales with that or without that anyway. So it's a good way to like know right away if it's worth investing more time on your book or probably it's time to leave it there. And I've said 1 week, but like let it run 1 month. After you spend like $200-300 and you haven't made like at least, you know, break even on the sales, then it's probably not the best book you could really publish. And you should like go directly and focus on the next one. And this is gonna happen like more time than you want. And it happens to me nowadays that I publish like hundreds of books. I still like fail and have to like admit that I was wrong on some ideas I have. And it's all thanks to Amazon advertising. It allowed me to run a lean business and not carry any weight, let's say, okay? Like abandon a project if it doesn't work, keep investing if it works. So this is what we're gonna see inside this free tutorial. We're also gonna see a bit of TikTok probably after we've seen the Amazon ads, but let's first get started with the how to run Amazon advertising campaign, okay? Which you're gonna need the Helium 10 magnet tool, okay? So I hope you already bought Helium during the first part of this video. And now let's go to Amazon advertising.
First thing first, we're gonna start with a premise, and a few premises actually. The first one is that Amazon ads are the easiest way to give visibility to your book. They are the most reliable, the most scientific and mathematical way to get eyeballs on your book. But that's it. That's all they're gonna do. They're not gonna make up for all the other things, okay? So they're way better to get started than like, for example, social media or all these like viral content, because like you have way more control on ads. You just pay, get views, that's it. While with social media, you will need to, you know, hope that the algorithm like your video or all this type of stuff. So I advise to anyone who has published some book to try to launch some campaign on it. Obviously, with the condition that the book is good enough to be liked to people and that people actually want it. So that you've done a good research and you create a good enough book. So if you don't want to spend a lot of time in research, the ads will not make up for it. If you don't want to create a good product and invest time in creating a good product, you just want to use a random software that generates your book and upload it, the ads will not make up for this. If you want to save $50 on the cover and make it by yourself in Paint, and it's gonna look like, you know, the discount store labels on food, then the ads will not make up for it. You will need to have an actually good book that people actually want. Okay? Ads are not magic. They're not wizardry. They will just give visibility to your book. And then, as a consequence, a book that sells organically will also sell with ads and vice versa. So if your book is already selling organically and you don't have any Amazon advertising campaign active, then you're sitting on a gold mine and you're leaving a lot of money on the table. And I suggest you, after you watch this video, to go to launch your campaigns and, you know, scale it up to the moon. Now, during the last few years, I've developed multiple strategies to run my ads. And for every book, I launch 4 different campaigns now. But this one is one of the best, like at all. I use this for 3 years now and works on most of my books. And with most, I mean like 90% of them are profitable with this strategy. Those are 2 little campaigns that I've launched with this strategy, with this keywords research that I will show you, like targets research, I would call it. So you see we've done like decent amount of sales on both campaigns. This one is very profitable. 25% is in euros, so it's in Europe. This one is in the US. It's a bit less profitable, but still, you know, this book is very profitable. So we made more than 15,000 here and more than 25,000 euros in sales a year. So let's prove this works. And now let's get started with the actual strategy, okay? First thing first is what you're gonna need before getting started with this, like, you know, strategy end to end. So the first thing is a great book. We already disclosed that. The second thing you will need is a Helium 10 subscription. And I advise to try the Platinum, but you can, for this specific strategy, the Magnet a la carte will be enough. And this will cost $40 per month, and this will cost $80 per month. Would be 100, but actually got a coupon that you can use in the bio, and I'm using myself. I'm using my own coupon, and it will discount it to $80 per month, and which will include also the Cerebro tool that is also cost 40 per month and a lot of other stuff. So Cerebro is super powerful. I will make a video on that. If you're interested, like, let me know in the comment. But let's go on with the video. What you will need is Google Translate or ChatGPT. ChatGPT is very powerful, and I will show you how to use it to, you know, leverage also like these other tools. And a budget, guys. It's very important to set a budget, especially if you are kind of tight. If you have like 20 grand in the bank and you are just willing to use them for publishing, then you can skip this part. But still, you want the total budget, you can skip, but you don't want to skip a limit of losses. You want to decide at which point to stop advertising a specific product, a specific book. If it's not getting sales, it gets 0 sales or 1 sale after 200 clicks, then there is no point in getting too worked up with it. It's better just to go to the next one and, you know, it's okay, learn the lesson. Let's get started with the actual strategy. Step 1, step-by-step process. Step 1 will be search your title. So your main keyword, I would say, not the actual exact title, the main keyword of your title in the Magnet tool. And keyword is just the most likely search terms that your potential customer will type in the search bar to find your book. So as example, I made this title, and the main keyword I argue that is amazing facts for kids, okay? Like short is better because like the Helium algorithm will have way more space to work. So let's search this on Magnet. This is the Magnet tool, guys. So you just have to go to Tools and Magnet and make a new search pretty much. Okay, you see that Helium has found 4.7 thousand keywords, because what Helium does is you give a keyword as an input and they will give you a lot of related keywords with a lot of data, as you can see. So search volume, the trend, you can see the historical of the search volume. This is super powerful, especially in the keyword research part of this business. You will see the competing product, the suggested PPC. I don't really care about all these things, honestly. How many ads, as-ins, how many like other publishers or sellers are advertising for this specific keyword as well. So we have 4,000 keyword, and for our campaigns, this is way too much. I'd argue like we cannot run a campaign with 4.7 thousand keywords. So what we're gonna do, I normally filter for search volume and add a minimum of 50 to don't have like stuff that one person is searching. And as we see, we already have 1.2 thousand filter keywords. This is for the .com market, so guys. So like for the European, it can be slightly less. Another filter I always add is at least 2 words, because like just to avoid, to advertise on book, the book keyword, like it's very vague. And as you can see, now we have 1.1 thousand keywords. Then, as I will explain in the second step of the process, after we search our book, then we're gonna go to filter for keywords, okay? Which I already started, so I should have started to do this after showing you this slide, but it is what it is. So we will add filter to all the keywords, because as we've seen, we have 4,000. We want to get to like ideally 200 to 500 keywords. Ideally like 250 to 300, in my opinion, is the one that works better, and what I've noticed to work better. So we're gonna add the minimum number of words, minimum search volume, contain, doesn't contain, that I'm about to show you, and then filter them manually or using Chat GPT. So we had already the search volume minimum and the word count minimum that will like remove all the one word keywords and the keywords that are not searched by anyone, which there is no point. Now I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Now what we're gonna use is the filter that phrase containing or exclude phrase containing. Initially, I will suggest you to just start, having some excluded phrases. Like you can see here, you order them for search volume, so you will see the most common first, and you can start excluding some words that appears here. So men's, short, for example, novels, time, stalking. I don't know, just reading from here, like if you don't see it. So let's start removing this one. And as we see, the number of keywords already reduced by a considerable amount. So I don't know, dogman, national, color, decay. I'm removing just all the relevant ones I see. Instead of just removing them from here, I add them to the exclude. So as we see, the number of keywords is decreasing way faster than the amount of exclusion we are adding here. Mad Libs, Pokemon. Okay. And you understand like what you have to do. Culture, super, okay, for example, those are things we could reduce. But as you can see, it's gonna be quite slow. So I think that you can speed up the things is just add way more related keywords to the book here. So things that people potentially will look for when searching for our book. Okay, so for example, gift, because this book will likely be a gift for a curious child, a curious kid. So gift, facts, amazing, interesting, I don't know, something like that. You can add way more, obviously. So you can see we already at 100 keywords. Normally I prefer to add some more stuff. So I don't know, something that could be in the fact, so animal, space, story, history, like I would say, not story. Something that the fun fact could be about, so dinosaurs. If I'm misspelling something, I'm sorry, but yeah, it is what it is. Okay. So as you can see, we have 152 keywords, which is it could be already enough for starting a campaign, but obviously I highly suggest you to, spend more time into doing this. Then you can also go through them manually and remove the one that are not related. Or something you can do is when you have let's say, if you have 500 keywords here and you want to reduce 200-300, or even now, maybe 10 of these are not relevant, so we want to remove them. So what you can do is open ChatGPT. You can just upload to ChatGPT the XLS file. As you can see, I do use this Helium a lot for my own business. And you just tell them, this is a list of keywords for Amazon Ads campaign. Remove the non-relevant ones. The book title is, tell you it's for a book. And then we will just paste our title. And then guys, like normally I like to add like way more like, information, so the description of the book, and like give him also like some instructions on what to filter. So like, for example, if it is for an age range that it's not correct. So this book is for kids age 5 to 9. If it's outside of the range, just filter this out. If it's about another topic, if the keyword is about a specific author, just remove that. And as we can see, we are now to 123 instead of 151 initially. So we can just download. And as you can see, we will have it here like already filtered. So this will be our keywords list. And guys, this is not a good one. I didn't filter it enough. We don't have enough keyword in my opinion, but this was just for the video. So let's go back to our presentation. We filter the keyword, and now what we're gonna have to do is create our campaign. So obviously open account, add payment, blah, 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 create a campaign, select your book, select manual targeting, and then keyword targeting, and then you enter the list. Then guys, initially, I highly suggest you to create a custom bid that is quite low. So depending from the marketplace as well, because like if you're in Spain, you can add 16 cents, for example. If you are in the US or in Germany, you cannot really go much lower than like 41 cents, in my opinion. So depending on the price and competition level, you will choose an initial bid and stay low, guys. Don't start with $1 bids. Just start lower. The highest you can ever use is 51 cents. Because then we will slowly increase it. But if we don't know the lowest bid that works, then we will never know it. Because if we start with $1, but with 50 cents, we could get more than enough click to spend our whole budget, then we are spending double for every single click. You understand what I'm saying? So start lower and then slowly increase if you're not getting clicks. Don't start high and do the opposite, okay? It's stupid, in my opinion. So we will set the initial budget, $5 to $10 initially. I suggest I start with 6 and then go to 10 like after 2-3 days, after I get enough clicks. And then we click launch, okay? Now let's do this in real life. So as I said, you create your account, blah, blah, blah. Standard ad, here you select your book. Here you will select manual targeting, keyword targeting, enter list here. You remove these two and you only leave broad turned on, because this type of campaign is based on like a broad targeting. We will add a lot of keywords and let them target a lot of different stuff. So we will have, a very broad, like as it says, spectrum of keyword we are targeting. For this type of book, for example, I will start with 41, probably, since this type of book will price around $10 or $12 or maybe 15 if it's like super good or specific, but And then we go here, we take our keywords, we click here, select, and we paste it. Obviously remove keyword phrase, add the keywords. Done. You can skip this part initially if you don't have any good data. Here we'll select down only. Here you can start, you normally start with like 15 or 20, normally I start with 22 honestly, but just because looks good. But you can even leave it as 0 here initially, and you can play with it in the future. Then can name the campaign. So the name I like to use is like, what's the book name? Facts. And then you say that it was made with magnet, so magnet. Okay, that's, I would like to call the campaigns. And then the one that with Cerebro, I will write Cerebro here, etc., etc. And then with $5, okay? I cannot obviously launch it because I don't have selected a book. I just typed IPC. But yeah, that's it, guys. It's that simple. The not simple thing is making a good book. Like doing ads is super simple if you make a good books, because like whatever keyword list you will input, if the book is good and people want it and there is nobody that is competing with you, you're making sales. It's that simple. But it's still very important. The most important thing with ads, guys, is not lose money. Don't waste a lot of money. Just optimize for the lowest spend possible. Highest return, lowest expenses. That should be like the mantra of your business. So since we are starting with a low bid to don't waste money, we are going to slowly increase all the bids. So you go to the campaign, select all the bids and increase all of them by 5 to 10 cents. If the book is not getting impression or the impression are very low, If it's spending like $1 per day, guys, and your budget is 5, you increase 5 cents the bid. If it's spending 0 and your budget is 10, then it will increase by 10 cents all the keyword, It's just to make it as fast as possible. But normally after like maximum 5 days of increasing, you will get to spend all your daily budget in the campaign. And at this point, when you're spending all the budget, you can start optimizing. So increase or decrease the bid according to the fact if they're profitable or not. And with profitable, I mean break even initially, okay? We are in the first phase of the book, first phase of the campaign. We want to break even. That's the goal, okay? The goal ACOS should be the break even one. So every spend costs as much as our royalties. And then we can make them profitable after like 1 month. We can just, aim to make them profitable. But initially, break even is enough. Turn off the no sales keyword that are spending a lot of money and that get like a lot of clicks, like more than 20 clicks. Obviously, turn it off like forever, this keyword. Placements, you can play with the placements after you have enough data. You can increase or decrease the top of page placement and, all this type of stuff. After a while, after like, let's say 2 weeks or 1 week, 10 days, something like that, we have 2 possible scenarios. So the first possible scenario is that you're spending all the budget, the campaign is profitable, or ROI, and ROI would mean break even. Then you can increase the budget and, scale the campaigns, launch more, increase some bids, and keep optimizing it. If you have no or very low sale, like after spending $100, you have no sales or 1 sale, then it's very likely that you can identify a bottleneck on the book. So for example, maybe it's the cover, the CTR is very low, or the description or the interior because like the conversion rate is super low, or perhaps you have bad reviews. So, in this case, you can either fix the bottleneck if it's easy to fix, and if you think it's gonna change something, you can work on your book, improve the cover, invest more to make it better. Otherwise, you learn the lesson, turn off everything, turn off all the campaigns, don't leave any unprofitable campaign running for months and months, and focus your time and budget on the next book. That's the best thing to do, guys. So don't try to make it work at all costs. Like if it's not working, it's okay. You can just do another one and, learn the lesson, apply what you learn and make a better product. So we just seen how to use Amazon advertising, which you should, in most of the cases, still try to run 1, 2, 3 campaigns and see how it goes. But if you have an alternative way to promote your book, it's not gonna work on every book, even if we're gonna say that there are some books that you wouldn't expect to work with short form content that will actually work on short form content. This is a free way, okay, to get some traffic to our book. And it's gonna be to grab vertical videos of your book and post them on TikTok or Instagram Reels. And I think all of you know what we're talking about. Even YouTube has their own short form content, which are the YouTube Shorts. And guys, this is gonna be kind of free because all you're gonna need will be a copy of your book that you're gonna likely buy anyway, and a phone, ideally an iPhone, obviously ideally the latest iPhone. But if you cannot use the iPhone you have, don't buy an iPhone just for doing this for the moment, at least until you are super viral. And this is something that's gonna help you quite a lot with grabbing the content. And so you'll either it's gonna be very helpful because otherwise you have to take content to your book. Let's say this is your book, and you will have to grab and let's say you have to write something or show while you open pages. It's hard to do it with just one hand. So if you have this support for your phone, you're gonna have both hands free, and you will be able to grab your content with a light, okay, direct light. So you will not have your hand covering for the light and stuff, okay. So this is gonna be quite useful. And anyway, if you outsource this part, which I advise you do if you are not a young girl, probably with all the nails done and stuff, you should be probably outsourcing this part. And if you are in your 30s, 40s, chances are you don't even know how TikTok works, or maybe you do, but you don't have an extensive knowledge of how video goes viral and stuff like that. So a lot of young people have videos viral, even normal people nowadays. Most of people, when they go to school, for example, I see my sister, she's younger, and she has a lot of her friends that have normal people in her classroom that posted viral videos and stuff like that, and they're not famous at all. They just have viral videos. So they know what to do, let's say, okay, compared to normally an older person. But don't waste more time. You know what you need, okay? This is all you're gonna need. And now let's see some practical stuff, theoretical tips, and then we're gonna see like some example of successful book that have implemented short form content strategy, and we're gonna analyze all of them, like how they managed all the posting and how they went viral, etc. Okay, so let's get started. Obviously, not every book is gonna be suitable for going viral. Those are the best one on average that I've noticed in my experience that they go viral. Okay, so journal for teens, obviously, like kind of diaries and stuff like that. Okay, where you have like to write your secret and things like that. They will likely go viral if they have good prompts, especially like or prompt where you can create some controversial content. Then they're more likely to go viral. Then we have coloring books. We all know like some good publishers that have been like publishing only coloring books and going viral with some like ASMR content. Relationships, so like love journals, love challenge, anything like that. Psychology, so this is a big trend like mental health and stuff like that, or big trend of the last few years. And TikTok is the perfect place to navigate those trends and to take advantage, like as many people have done, doing like random videos about talking about like what they think about mental health or how to, I don't know, law of attraction is, type of things. They are big trends, so you can go kind of viral with this kind of stuff. Funny concepts, parodies, okay, like we will see some example, but any video that is kind of demencial, it's gonna be welcomed on TikTok. Like pretty much everything that is like stupid is gonna do well on TikTok. So I mean, make people laugh and your video is gonna go viral. Okay, like that's one of the few things you can be sure. And we're gonna see an example in a couple of minutes. Stay tuned. And yeah, those are some content tips as well before like going to see like the real life example. We're gonna see some like things that you should be doing. Okay, one profile per book / exact audience if you use TikTok, and one per language, and ideally buy accounts created in the countries or get an eSIM. So if you are sponsoring a book that is in English but you live in like I don't know Poland, then you will to get better result. You can still go viral, but ideally you want to buy an American eSIM, remove all the other SIM from your phone, then create an account with the eSIM, okay? VPN some of the time works, some of the time like they have got like bad results. So I mean nobody knows exactly how it works, but like getting an eSIM normally it's gonna help you, okay? To have a country created in that is marked as created in this one country. And this is like the main thing probably, like the hook, the first few seconds are everything, okay? So like if you can get customer attention then without trying to sell them, just get their attention and you will try to sell them later on the video or in the bio, in the description or wherever, okay? So those are a few like tips to creating content. And now let's go to see some examples. So first, some of my results that I posted in the free Skool community, okay? Skool.com/KDP, I like this. And I showed like 4 days ago that how a book sold 42 copies without advertising. And the reason was a 2-year-old TikTok video that like started gaining traction again after 2 years. Like it's always gaining traction actually, like most of the time. But like sometimes it just started getting more, and it got 37,000 views last week. It was posted 2 years ago again, guys. Like, I haven't done anything, literally anything for the last 2 years on this TikTok profile. It gave me this stats, so 250 likes, 18 share, whatever, 37,000 views and 42 copies sold, which is not a lot. It's like 200 euros in 100 euros per week. But like, what did I do to make these 100 euros per week? Like literally, absolutely nothing. Like less than nothing probably. So this is like how powerful it can be. And yeah, obviously, like you will find more, like you gotta read the whole like conversation we had in the Skool community, which is like again this one, Skool.com/KDP, 763 members, 5 hour line right now, and yeah, we post like we have discussion, as you can see, like how to win game and stuff like that. Okay, so just go to join right now, And now let's start with the actual TikTok profiles. This one, most of you will already know this profile. This is Coco, and I mean, I have seen a lot of YouTube video talking about this profile, like doing a full breakdown, so you might just go to check them. But basically, they are just coloring some pages with like some nice technique and everything, you know, like you see it's relaxing, you see like that's a good hand, aesthetically pleasing, with nails done, etc., etc., doing manicure and stuff. So if you are like a construction worker, like, you understand, you get my point. I mean, there is not a lot to say here. Like, it's attention grabbing. There are people that enjoy watching this. It's kind of relaxing. I mean, it just sells perfectly the product, because like people will think, the first thing they will think is, I want to do that, I want that, I need that, I like, you know, they get FOMO.
Don't you want me like I want you, baby? Don't you need me like I need you now? See to
Before we get like the YouTube account terminated, I will avoid watching like the full music. But 3 million views, as you can see, like this is crazy. This is a sick amount of view, and a video like that is gonna bring you thousands of sales, like thousands of dollars just from one single video. That is like last 10 seconds, it's just some coloring stuff. The book is fairly simple. This is their last release. I found the link from their TikTok bio, and like as you can see, let's refresh it. So you can see also the Bookbeam stats. 164 most sold book on Amazon. 300 to 500 copies, $500 per day. They have tons of books. You can check this profile on Amazon. Like, they are doing unbelievable amount of money from just video. This is in French, and it's not, whilst it's not doing anything amazing, like it is just an example of like a teens journal, and it still managed to get almost 1 million views with this. It's unnecessary here. With this is the book. Like, it's some write a letter to your traumas, write a letter to death, write a letter to life, write a letter to your addictions, and that means like a self-therapy book, okay? And this book got 100,000 likes. It was in the top most sold book in France for a while. Like, now this is a whole profile actually, because it started creating content almost 3 years ago. But they have a good past. Now they are a bit struggling, but they're still doing video to the day. Like, for 3 years, they keep uploading. So, you know, I guess they could just create another book at this point. But if they're getting their result, why not? Okay. So this was another example for showing you what a teen journal is. This is a non-fiction book, guys, and this is actually in Italian, so my native language. And this was recently published, because this video was published. The first video was published on the 11th of January of this year. And this video got 620,000 views. I will translate now for you. My therapist gifted me this, and it saved my life. Okay, which is obviously a bait. It didn't save his life, but it's just like some kind of way to make a viral content. Then it just start from the spine and show the front, as you see, like nice end. Normal video, normal booking style, like probably formatted with some standard template, as you can see, like, because there is just a little background. Maybe even written with AI. Like, I don't know that, because I didn't read this book, and I'm not gonna do it. If you suffer from anxiety and depression, then you should read this book. Like, as you can see, like, it's literally a non-fiction book, and they are just not even that good. Like, it's super basic, everything in this book. You can create a sale for like $100, all included, everything included. And yeah, just as simple as that. And I'm gonna show you the stats about this book. It was 48th most sold book in the whole country, in the whole Italy, a few days ago. 15th most sold book. Like, I'm guessing it's like 1,000 euros per day in royalties, okay? When you are like 15. maybe a bit less, maybe a bit more, I don't know. But it's highly priced, and how many pages? Only 142, so yeah, for sure it's around like, if not 1000, like 800. And now you see it's a bit slowing down because like the video went viral probably in this couple of days, but still managing to generate 150 to 300 euros per day in royalties. And I'm guessing in January they've closed with like a few grand in profit, like probably, yeah, that was just a few days, so 3 grand just from a couple of completely stupid videos, guys. Like, just let's be honest, it's literally like you take the book, you do like this, and you write a little like few stuff on with TikTok on top of it, and boom, you made 3 grand, you know. And like, I'm not even joking. It is like that's all they have done for do this. So now I hope you understand how powerful this is. Then another example. This one is even more incredible because this is the video. Let's refresh it so we can start from the beginning.
Okay, so this is how much my girlfriend hates money. She bought a book called Meow, right? You would think like, oh, maybe it's a story about a cat or something, right? So she wants to read a story about a cat. You know what? No, that's not what this book is. This book, every single word in this book says meow. Every single page, the introduction, the everything is meow. What are you reading? Like, how much money was this book? Okay, so this is how much my...
So as you can see, let's see how much money was this book. No, there's no way. It was 18. It was $18. 346 pages of meow. And this book was self-published, even if it's a meow library. So this, I mean, I guess it was some kind of work formatting 300 pages of meow, but it reached the 300 BSR in the United States of America. And it's still generating $100 per day from this single video, probably, because like it went so viral that it's unbelievable how viral it went, because those are probably like, I don't know, 30 million views, 50 million views, if not more. I cannot see it here for some reason. But this went like crazy viral. And I'm honestly guessing that those are not the book's creator who've done these videos. It was genuinely people, these 2 guys, they made a video for themselves because they're not famous. If you go to check their own page, I'm not gonna do it. But yeah. So all this money were made, and guys, like if you have a book that is 300 on Amazon for 1 month and it's priced like at $19, those are big money. Like those are multiple 5 figures, maybe not multiple, but for sure 5 figures like of profit, probably multiple 5 figures of profit just with a book that is empty. Like the only thing they've done is format some meow 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 meow.
Girlfriend hates money.
And put it on sale, and then recorded this video. Maybe they sent a free copy to some like influencer and stuff to make a funny content with probably some level of compensation for the amount of views. And that's it, guys. Most of the profile we're saying, they were not even showing their face at all. So just buy one like this and show your book to the camera. And yeah, literally, that's all you have to do. Now, guys, honestly, it's gonna take time for you to find like a good form of video, because probably this profile had like some degree of experience. Like it was not their first profile, like they went viral with their second profile. I went viral with my first one, but it might take some time, especially if you don't know TikTok, but it's 100% worth it to try it. So yeah, let's do it. Okay guys, we are finally done with this full course for Amazon KDP in 2025. Congratulations on completing the full course. Like you're already top 10% just by being able to stick for 2 hours to the same piece of content without being distracted by the new tips and tricks video. Before starting your research and creating your new bestsellers with the new strategy you've learned, there are a few steps that I would suggest you to take in order to make it impossible to fail. And I'm gonna illustrate them now to you before like closing the video. And it's gonna be like divided in different cases according to where you think you stand or at what point are you with your business. So let's stick for one more minute and then I will let you go. So the case one, in case you're absolutely ready to start and scale your six-figure publishing business here now in 2025, so you're ready now, and you think it's finally your time to like get it successful and get it running, and you would like, and you think like my personal assistant will help you and make it impossible to fail, then just click in the link in the description and it will lead you to this like short video where I will show you like how I've done it myself. So I made my first 10, 20, 30, $50,000 per month with Amazon KDP, and I've helped other people to do the same. So you will see like real people, real testimonial where they explain like how I helped them during the last 6 months. So it's not gonna be like videos from 2022. Those are gonna be people that have succeeded with their business like now, like last month, okay, literally last month. So just go to watch it if you're interested. Other than that, if you're just gathering information and you're not ready, you're not like fully committed to start it now and become successful now, then you might just join my free Skool community. So where you can like interact with other publisher and see other videos about me, see new updates and everything in between. And also network, because like this is a very important thing, like make friends that are on your same journey, okay? This is gonna literally skyrocket your result. And case 3, if it's the first video of myself that you watch, or it's the first video about KDP that you watch in general, you might just subscribe to the channel and go watch my older videos. I will link a couple of them in the description so that you can like start navigating easier all the video I have, because I have like tons of videos. So I might suggest you a few videos for beginners. And yeah guys, subscribe to the channel, like this video if it was helpful, please, again I remind you. Leave a comment, so if something wasn't clear or you'd like some more help or just to say thank you or whatever you want to say, leave a comment please. And yes guys, I will see you in the next video. Cheers.